All right, guys, this is a reaction video with Nehemiah at Open Mat. And uh, Nehemiah is a blue belt. He's been training for at least 2 years, maybe two and a half, just progressing really fast, just a natural. Um, Always in the gym, taking notes, uh, coaching the kids and the teens already. He's got a beautiful family. He's doing great in competitions. So this is a nice warm up roll. He takes it easy on me. And looks like I pulled guard and already have some grip. So let's see what happens. A little De La Hiva back step. So I put my left foot in his hip. He sits back, but he comes right back up to go for a pass. Looks like a half guard pass in step over the top. Beats my knee line and mount, but we're playing loose. So he lets me come up back door. Uh, Comes around north south. I try to invert, get my feet in between. He's loose passing. Invert again, stuffs my ankles down. I and comes around. Looks like he's going for the reverse De La Hiva. Yep, Barabolo. Take the back, and he would want to get his uh, leg triangle, but he's just flowing, letting me move. Um, I briefly 2-on-1 that top arm, and but let go of it. Let's see, and yep, he's back to armbar, lets me come up. Do not try too hard. Escape goes to turtle. And oh, I'm gonna pause. One thing I've noticed, even when it's not a flow roll, even when I'm rolling live, I notice I'm just like when I come up on side turtle on people, instead of going for invisible armbar and maintaining pressure and looking to take the back or attack. I'm just sitting there and people are just sitting up and I'm just flopping back. I need to stop doing that. Side control. Okay, so belly down, uh, both arms across the top. You can both arms far side. You can have both arms near side. You can have the top arm that's by the head on the near side, cross facing, and the bottom arm by the hips on the far side. It's the typical or underhooking, cross face underhook. Or you can have your top arm uh, hugging the arm or your tricep and elbow on the far ear and the bottom arm on the near side blocking the hips. Those are a couple different 4 different arm positions for your arms and side control. What's he gonna do? So cross face brings them both near side and then brings that one on the top side. That's nice because um he brought his right arm to the near side, and um, that can prevent me turning in because of the crossface. But then he brought his left arm to my hip before bringing the right arm back over the top because his right arm, or I'm sorry, his left arm prevents me from regarding. Um, so you usually go north south from here. Yep, north south, and usually uh, you keep your opponent flat with pressure and use the right arm as like kind of a crowbar underneath the tricep to start attacking the kimura or armbar. But he's playing loose, so he's letting me come up and turtle, or at least on my side. Okay, yep. And uh, I'm being lazy, so I'm just hanging out on my left side instead of hip heisting all the way to turtle because I don't think he's preventing me. Yep, yeah, it's just going slow. Okay, so got to build my legs up. But look at that. His hands just on the ground, floating, spinning, keeping his solar plexus in the middle of my back. Now, like right there, I don't know if I cleared that or if he's like being kind of loose. He's not leg curling his heel into my far hip. And let's go back. Let's see that again. So yeah, that right arm could go underneath my tricep for a Kimura attack. And turtle, and he's floating, and then oh, right there. So his right hand, when it was on the outside, it had good base, like a tripod, right? But now that his hand is on the inside of my hand, um, he's kind of vulnerable, especially without that hook being tight. See what happens. Oh, and I pull on the leg or arm to dump him. So he falls off. Okay. And he puts his head away to regard. Well, what I'm telling him is that he could stay close, clamp the shoulder with gable grip or butterfly for shoulder clamp for joy bar. That left forearm could go in my neck if I was driving in to prevent the smash, and then that leg just goes over the top into my hip, and yeah, oh yeah, and then bring it across my belly, so he goes up on his shoulder, and he could finish that armbar, belly down armbar, but I know that, so I preemptively roll. Kind of loose there, because we're playing loose, but usually you want to keep that left leg higher uh, to prevent me from sitting up, but also makes it easy to put the left shin behind the head for a pillow armbar or three-quarter juji gatami, right? And so even if he doesn't put the left shin behind my neck, maybe because my hands and forearms are blocking and he can't get underneath them, he should still put his right leg over my face. But he decides to let go, catch and release the armbar, come up to mount. Just kind of waiting to see. Nice. Look at that. So smooth. Just attack the mounted triangle with Nehemiah's body type. Triangles all day. That's going to be just textbook. Shoulder crunch. So I like to give up the omoplata. Try to defend the omoplata. Let me see. Did I hug the leg in the transition? Yes. Yep. Oh, I see. Yeah. Um, I thought he was attacking the arm that was in the triangle, but that was my right arm. It was just kind of a leg on shoulder pass. Spin over the top. Okay. So this time, instead of just falling back, I actually go for an attack. I'm kind of like coyote guard. I'm sucking in his near leg and to go for a truck roll. And I'm trying to gable grip the kind of like a high crotch on the other side, roll over my shoulder, and I'm going to try to lock down the near leg. But my legs were not even close. Way too loose. Okay, so what are we going to do? Maybe try to go for a saddle, but he floats over the top. Side control. Lets me regard back. Other arm. Sits back, maybe for ankle lock. Our knee lines are very loose. And a little bit of a low leg drag. Marcelo pass. Oh, okay. I'm gonna pause real quick to yell at myself here. Um, even though in open mat and especially warm up bowls, just kind of flowing. But one thing I want to do, especially in rounds, is as a black belt, stop playing around too much and focus on doing the fundamental, basic, correct um, response and movement to different uh, positions as if we're scoring rounds, uh, just to get better, and also to model uh, fundamental jujitsu, and not to get too squirrely. And so here's an example. So I do the Marcelo pass, and what should I be doing? I should bring my knees, my shins, my feet in between and Well, what do? I turn towards the legs because we're playing loose and because I can get away with it. I'm getting away with doing the wrong thing, and that's not a good thing. Um, See, if Nehemiah was going my same speed or 1.25 speed, turning towards his legs, he would take my back. See, I've exposed my back. So don't do that. Front. Oh, I dive in. He could front headlock me, loop choke me, um, sprawl, guillotine, take my back, but he flops. I don't know if Nehemiah, if you're working on your front headlock game, but he could have collar dragged. He does come up. I thought about shin on shin, but he flops back down. His legs there, so I can't knee slice. Playing loose, not really going for that arm bar. Maybe I got my leg in between. A low sickle sweep. Look at how fluid Nehemiah moves. Look at that. Okay, so watch this. You could get glimpses of his athleticism. Just flow. I mean, that wasn't super fast, but you can tell. You can tell. Like I'm going like half speed, one third speed. He's going like quarter or one fifth speed. Like he could go five times faster, and you can see little moments of that. Um, right here. I mean, that's just cool. Um, like right here, I'm framing on outside of my knees, so it makes it harder for him to Toriano pass. Trying to maintain the elbow knee space, but I extend my hand, my leg in between, trying to keep my legs offset. He's still got that pass. I push the head away. That's another cool principle is when you get want to get to the other side control. Um, Drop your head on the same side and then cartwheel the legs over the top. Yeah, I didn't bring my right leg over because he dropped low. Could have gift wrapped, floats the knee to take the back. Again, he's not like trying to stick the hooks really sticky. Okay, so float. He's connecting his hands more here and dropping. Now, um, my hands. So I'm blocking the choke. I think with, or is that his hand? Um, no. I'm blocking the top hook from coming in. And this is one thing I use is when the top hook isn't in, I'm going to use my top leg to put the instep behind the Achilles. Looks like I stomp first. Um, yeah, that so I do that motion, stomp on it to try to get the reaction for it to bounce up, and then I try to get my shin behind it to kick and then hop over the hook. Let me play that again so just so it makes more sense. So here, so my top ankle, but I didn't kick the leg off because it already dropped. So just get heavy on it. Now I'm being lazy. I should pin my head to the floor and my back to the floor, and get my arm in between, and then regard or come up on top. A fundamental back escape. I was teaching it last week at Oregon City, and after the class, I thought of this illustration uh, of like to emphasize how like once you get your head to the floor, do not give it up. Do not expose your back again. So it's I thought of this illustration of just imagine Jim Carrey energy, and you have a magnet um, behind your head, um, and upper back, and you just like magnetize yourself to the floor, like those strong magnets in junkyards that like lift up cars, and like your head and back are magnetized to the floor, and it's like Homer Simpson. Um, you're spinning. And then I remembered the scene from Lord of the Rings, where Saruman, I think, is the evil wizard, and he's like kicking Gandalf's butt, and Gandalf is like spinning on the floor. So kind of like that. So picture that. Like once you clear the bottom hook, and you desperately like drive your feet, get your head and shoulders to the floor, and you just imagine that you're magnetized and you do not give that space back. You might get mounted, but you're not giving up your neck and you're not giving up your back. All right. So we're both being really lazy. Like I'm not getting my head back to the floor, and he's not getting his head in between my head and the floor. So, oh yeah. So you and I've seen myself doing this too, a lot. Make sure when you go for the armbar from knee mount or side control, you gotta throw that top leg over the head first before you sit back for arm bars. See, yeah, you can't see because he didn't throw that leg over. As soon as his butt hit the mat, I'm coming up, and my hand is going behind the hamstring to defend the arm. Boom. But there's also a nice little triangle because I didn't build my base, um and yes, I know I'm coaching through a submission there. But yeah, Nehemiah is going to be so good at triangles. Okay, uh arm drag, two on one, get to the far lat. What else here? Oh, it's interesting. What? Yeah, see, I stayed on top. Um, I know we're not going hard, but just a little refinement here is when you go for this sweep, Nehemiah. Boom. Um, like try to be more precise with punching my wrist between my legs as deep as you can, and when you go, like dive your hips underneath to really load up, like you're a Swiss ball, and um and really take my arm between my legs. And then if you release the grip on my arm, uh either do the bicep curl grip on my left leg, like the half guard sweep, C clamp behind my knee pit, or get a grip on the gi pants and and pull in grip, and then once you're halfway through the sweep, punch up with that fistful of cloth. And I think I don't know what grip you got. Yeah, see, I don't think you got a grip on my leg. I think you kept the grip on my arm, but you don't need the grip on my arm if you're hugging, if it's trapped. Oh yeah, see, mm, yeah, you should have got that sweep. You just didn't hip heist. But if you had the grip of my knee and with my fist, especially with my head and shoulders on the floor, my legs would be super light. You could easily just military press, like kettlebell press with one arm, and you would have got that sweep. Okay, he's shrimping back because I would have knee slice pass right there. So, oh, I just got the outside pass. I gotta stop doing that. I backstep without the leg. I'm backstepping for a knee bar without the leg. I'm just being silly. Okay, I should got a Delahiva hook. Yep, but I'm playing loose. I'm not even. Um, I didn't even grab the leg. Okay, try back sweep, arm bar, triangle, flows down. Wakigatami, that top arm. Oh, interesting Americana grip. Oh, let's go. What are we doing here? What are we doing? We're being goofy. All right. I'm still working on my Delahiva guard, guys. So much to learn, so much to improve still. Americana. Oh, he puts his head on the floor and just cartwheels over. So smooth. Look at that. Oh, okay. So uh I knew his hands were in the position to like get a Kimura grip. So I just punched my arm straight to like feed him an armbar, hoping that he'd go for the armbar instead. Because I can defend armbars much better, usually, than Kimuras or Tariko Pilatas. And he can't do the shoulder crunch armbar because it's in his left ear instead of his right ear. If my wrist was in his right ear, between his shoulder and his right ear, he could violin or armbar or yeah. See, but even though he can't do that, he's flattening me out. He could switch to an Americana right here. Stomach, S mount. Going for a try. Oh, okay. Real quick principle with sweeps is when S mount. Okay. When let's see if I can stop it right there. Okay. When we're parallel, this is one of the ways we sweep people is when we have them aligned, like in half guard, and the knee and the crossface underhook are too close. You can John Wayne sweep, or if they overhook your underhook, you can grab that wrist, the cloth or the wrist, and then roll your hips underneath, grab the belt and roll. So it's kind of like balancing on a Lincoln log or a log, when you're aligned like this. Same thing with mount. If you're not cross facing, and so if you're sitting on someone's chest, I think Eric Paulson calls it like the cowboy mount, like you're riding a horse and your legs are forward. Pull up on the head to control. You still might get rolled, but you're going to control what happens at the end of the roll. And so I don't know who initiates the roll. Does he initiate or do I? I do. Okay. So this is my favorite triangle defense and mount defense, really, for arm bars or triangles, is to make them roll before they want to, and then in the transition, hug, defend the arm, and just give the omoplata right here. And then the foot, I'm gonna try to grab that foot, and he opened up for me, and try to put the calf behind my neck and get the toe hold, or not everybody taps that, but at least use that to keep it open, and or stuff it in between the legs, because it's hard to finish the triangle when you can't figure for your legs. But he uses that to sweep. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'm going to try to go for deep half guard. Got the S mount again. Just stands up, maybe because we're kind of close to the wall, or maybe he's just being nice. Go for some X guard. Didn't get a chance to try my kipping escape. Single leg X, switch to exit, but he bucket steps or steps high steps to clear that X. Doesn't let me get X. Still trying. I'm going to try to go for ham sandwich there. Nope. He's controlling the instep just like he should be to beat that X guard. But he's staying, so he's clearing the X guard, and usually when you back step and you have that, then you're going to drop your near hip and to establish side control, just kind of melt down once you clear those legs. But he's just trying to stay standing. Playing around. Okay. Nice. Oh, what is it? I thought he was going to cartwheel over me. Oh, let's go for an Imanari roll. Oh, I should have kept going for the Choi bar. Little Tomonage. Boom, slow motion. He defends by putting the feet, bridging and putting the feet in the ground. How cool is that, guys? Looks like I'm attacking the cloth, attacking his neck. Maybe try. Oh, look at the smooth roll. Ninja. Go for a Kimura roll there. Didn't have his right arm. These are flowing. Fun round. Thanks, Nehemiah. Good stuff. Hope you enjoyed that, guys.